Meet Alex and Ben, two new brokers just arrived in Dubai. They're both sharp, ambitious, and just passed the same exact training and RERA exam. Now flash forward 12 months. Alex is on track to clear 6 figures with a pipeline full of happy clients, and Ben's back on LinkedIn, updating his CV, and is about to become another statistic. The stats here are completely brutal. About 75% of all new agents quit within their first year. That number then jumps to a staggering 87% who are out of the business within 5 years. But what's the shocking difference between Alex and Ben? It wasn't talent. It wasn't the market, and it for sure wasn't at hell the luck. It was a simple daily activity that Ben treated as optional and that Alex understood was the only thing that mattered. So, what is that activity? We're about to break that down into 3 critical failures that cause so many new agents to flame out. My name's Ashley and I'm your real estate COO. I've been in the real estate game now for 22 years. I've started as a junior lessons negotiator when I was 20, and I was running my first branch by the time I was 23. I've managed and ran teams from 4 brokers to 100 plus brokers, and have scaled many businesses over my 15 plus years. I've taken companies from a loss to a profit within the space of 12 months, and now I'm giving you all my experience, tips, and knowledge to you guys to help you level up your game. Okay, so let's dive in. Welcome back to your real estate COO. My name's Ashley and I'm here to help you level up your game. I'll be your Chief Operating Officer to your success. Let's dive in. Okay, the first failure, chasing motivation, not activity. Now, Ben's biggest mistake, he treated real estate like a 9 to 5. He'd wake up, check some emails, scroll through a few listings, and then do minimal calls. He was always busy, preparing to work, but he was rarely actually doing the work that generated business. Alex, on the other hand, knew a fundamental truth. Motivation doesn't create action. It's the other way around. Action creates motivation. The single most important daily habit that separated him from Ben was this: scheduled, non-negotiable prospecting and call-outs. Okay, so every single morning, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m, Alex was on the phone. He was calling through the data sheets, hunting for listings on the CRM, and scouting through the portals looking for those hot listings. Not only that, he was following up with his leads, chasing for feedback from the previous day's viewings, and pushing to book new viewings for the day ahead. He didn't do it when he felt like it. He did it because it was in his calendar. Now, top producers, they don't wait for business to find them. They hunt it down. Ben was waiting to feel committed, while Alex just committed himself. That's the first reason why agents fail. They let busy work get in the way of the one daily activity that actually pays the bills, which is lead generation. The second failure, relying on memory instead of systems. Okay, so as the weeks rolled on, Ben actually managed to get a few interested leads. One came from an open house, another came from a referral. He scribbled their info on a sticky note, made a mental reminder to call them back, and promptly he forgot. He was running his entire business from his brain, and soon enough those hot leads went ice cold. Now Alex, he knew he couldn't afford to let any single opportunity slip through the cracks. From day one, he treated his new career like a business, not a hobby. He built a few simple interconnected systems. First, a lead management system. He used his company's CRM religiously to track every single person he spoke to. Second, a client communication system with scheduled follow-ups where he could be chasing his pocket listings, trying to convert them to live active listings and regular check-ins with buyers, so no one was ever forgotten. Third, a transaction process with checklists for every step from offer to close. And finally, a business development system for networking and marketing on his socials. Look, you don't need a complex, expensive setup to get started. A simple spreadsheet is 1,000 times better than a sticky note. The point is to have a system that creates consistency and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. Without one, you're just winging it, and you can't build a real business by winging it. I have a system for everything, from home to work. One of my systems when it comes to my marketing is I'll sit down every Sunday to plan my marketing and socials for the upcoming week. Once I've planned, I will then execute by scheduling all my posts across all my platforms, so then it's one less job for me to think about and do. When I get to the office each morning, I have a system where I write down a to-do list every day, which goes in my book, which helps me focus and execute. Systems basically create ease, clarity, and purpose, and everybody needs that. Now, the third failure, having a wish instead of a goal. If you ask Ben what his goal was, he'd say something vague like to be successful or to make a lot of money. But what does that actually even mean? A goal without a number is just a wish, and wishes lead directly to burnout because there's no way to measure progress. This is the third killer mistake, having no defined measurable goals. Alex didn't have a wish, okay? He had a target. He wanted to earn $600,000 in gross commission income. So he did the math. He figured out his average commission, which told him how many properties he needed to sell in his community. He knew his lead conversion rate, so he could calculate exactly how many conversions he needed to do each week to hit his sales number. He had SMART goals, okay? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This huge annual goal was broken down into small daily activities. He wasn't just prospecting. He was making 100 calls a day to hit his weekly conversion target, which would then feed his monthly closing target and ultimately his 600,000 dirham income goal. He could track his progress in real time and adjust his strategy if he felt he was going off track. So, take a second and ask yourself, are you a Ben or are you an Alex? If you feel you're slipping into Ben's habits, waiting for the phone to ring, keeping everything in your head, or just chasing a fuzzy dream, it's not too late to turn things around. Start by implementing just one of Alex's habits. For the next week, I want you to time block 2 hours every single morning for nothing but lead generation. Turn off your notifications, close your emails, and just make calls and see what happens. That 87% failure rate isn't a mystery. It's a natural outcome of treating a demanding business like a casual hobby. The agents who succeed aren't just luckier or more talented, they are simply more disciplined. They build their careers on 3 pillars: consistent activity, scalable systems, and a crystal clear goal. That's the secret. Now that's the difference between becoming a top producer and becoming another statistic. The choice is yours. Now go build your business. And if you found this useful, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can keep up to date with new and upcoming videos that I'll be posting every single week. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Take care. Remember, in real estate, your success is my operation. If this helped you move one step closer to your goals, smash that like button and subscribe for weekly real estate strategies. Until next time, keep building your empire.